Hello everyone, Joanne with StampingInTheValley.com and welcome to my craft room. Today we're going to be working with the Lasting Lily stamp set. This is a beautiful stamp set and it is available in the Sale-A-Bration catalog that pairs with our Occasions catalog. We'll talk about that in a moment. If you order $25 in product from me, these are the 2 free card kits for the month of January. There's a link below on how to receive these. It's very simple, really. You just go to my online store at StampingInTheValley.com, click on the big blue button, and order $25 in Stampin' Up product, and I will send you these 2 free card kits. It's that simple. Then we have a wonderful recruiting special. If you are thinking about spending $100 in the Occasions catalog that will be launching on the 3rd of the month, if you are thinking about spending $100, you might think about our special. And what it is right now is for $99, you can choose $175 worth of product. That's amazing. Or for $129 worth of product, you get the beautiful tote and you still get to choose $175 worth of product. The tote is worth $50, so if you sign up with the $129, you're really getting it for $30. It's a beautiful tote. If you travel with your product, this is a most fantastic tote. Nice place for punches. The inside of the bag is unbelievable. A lot of slots. So if you travel with your crafting supplies, I think that's a fantastic item to have. But as usual, it happens right at the year's end or the spring or whatever, when the seasons change, I just seem to happen to need sympathy cards. It is not something that I enjoy making, but I will say this stamp set made it extremely easy to make. You can always change the sentiment and put happy birthday like that, but I fell in love with the font on this with sympathy, and then inside I put for the moments you can't put into words. Isn't that amazing? But right here is wishing you well, so you could put happy birthday. Here's a thank you. With this type of stamp set, when you change the sentiment, you change the entire look of the card. But I like to stockpile my with sympathy. When I get a design that I really like, I might change some color on it a little bit, but I really like the gray granite with the So Saffron. That's what this is. And let's just talk about our dimensions while we're doing this. This is 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4. It will open like a book like that. And then the first layer is So Saffron at 5 1/4 by 4. And this layer that we stamped on is 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. So I'll be back in a moment and we'll go ahead and put this card together. I've already stamped the envelope of this card. Isn't that beautiful? And the back. Just so pretty. Then I've stamped the inside with for the moments you can't put into words. Let's go ahead and attach that to our gray granite piece. And again, this is 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4. It'll open like a book. I realized when I showed the last one that I didn't have the centerpiece in there, so I went ahead and attached that off camera. And with sympathy cards, guys, I just like things to be simple. I have like a block on making these, so when I find a really good pattern that I like this stamp set, I love this lily, I will make multiples of this for sure. Our inside piece is 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. Now, what is Sale-A-Bration? Because this is a Sale-A-Bration stamp set. You can get this one for free. What Sale-A-Bration is when you order $50 in product from the Occasions catalog. The Occasions catalog or the annual catalog, either or, just $50 in product. You get to choose free product from the Sale-A-Bration catalog. Now, this stamp set, because it is so big and it is distinctive, this is one of the ones in there that if you order $100, then you can get this one for free. So I love it because it, like I say, you just change the sentiment. You can put wishing you well. Beautiful. dear friend, wishing you well. You know, or here's a thank you for your endless love and support. Our thoughts are with you. These are beautiful. These are beautiful sentiments. So, and here, inside the card, today and always. That's beautiful. That's just beautiful sentiment. So now I've taken my So Saffron, and this is 5 1/4 by 4, and I ran it through the striped embossing folder. I don't want the ridges up. I want it to be a very subtle card, so I put the ridges down. And with this, because it's embossed, we want to put some Tombow on here. Right here. I'm excited for Sale-A-Bration. I'm excited for the new recruiting special. If you guys are thinking about spending $100, you might think about joining my team, and I would surely appreciate that. Or, you know, joining anyone's team, and because you get to save 20%. You get your Sale-A-Bration, you get all of the most wonderful tutorials from Stampin' Up, all the help you could ever imagine, and you're crafting with very, very beautiful quality product. That's the way that I feel. Okay, so we've got the front on there. Now we're going to take this piece for the front, and again it's 4 3/4 by 3 1/2, just regular whisper white, no big deal. And we're going to take our Pear Pizzazz, and we're going to use our little sprig here that has the leaf coming off of it, and we want to go all the way to the bottom because you want to have enough room here to fit your flower. So right here, just like that. I'm going to take the next one that doesn't have the little sprig, and the top of it is just a little bigger right there. And it goes into the Pear Pizzazz, and just right next to here. And remember, down toward the bottom of the page, because you must fit your flower, and the flower is very big. And like I said, it is a distinctive stamp, so it just is beautiful. We're going to take our With Sympathy now, and we're going to tap this over on this corner, kind of in the center, and I'll show you why we're stamping this like this. Because we have this gorgeous blade of grass that I absolutely adore right here. That beautiful blade of grass, and it is distinctive. And I want to go into the Pear Pizzazz, and I want it to arc around the sympathy. Kind of like it's hugging it, you know, because sometimes when things happen, you just need a big hug. Right, like that. Just like that. And you can see the difference between these stamps are regular, this is distinctive, and you can see the lines in it. Just let that camera focus just a second there. And you can see the variegation of the stem of grass kind of down by that. I love that. All right, now we want to take our tops of the lilies, and I'm going into So Saffron full strength. I love So Saffron, such a pretty color. I want it to cradle into this little cup right here of the greenery. Let me show you that. See the greenery right there, how it makes like a cup on both of those? You want the bottom of your flower to cradle into that. I'm going to pull this down, I'm sorry. I really want to see this. But keep your flower into or on the white. You want to get it all. That's why I say, I could have went down a little bit more, but we're good. That's why I say get this all the way to the bottom. These are big stamps. And now your larger one into the So Saffron again. And let it cradle into that and kind of tilt over along with this blade of grass. You kind of want to stay with that arc. And I want that right there. Beautiful. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. I love the, let me bring this back up. Let's take this out of the way now. I love the striped embossing folder. It's very subtle, and on cards like this, I just like subtleness. I had made another card, and I glued this straight down, straight like this, but I really like it turned just a little bit, and I don't want the white, the whisper white coming off of the So Saffron. I am going to use my large tape like this. I get it in the, there was a boo-boo. See right here? I didn't stamp it well enough. So there's always side two, right? I get this in the, like the stationery department at Walmart. So I want to cut this because I'm going over that embossing folder, and I really wanted it to pop up, and honest to goodness, I would have had to use a ton of dimensionals. This is just quicker. It also gives you a good, it's good and solid tape, just like this. So if you have something that's really embossed, you might think about when you're in Walmart going into the stationery section, and it makes it really flat and really sturdy. I like that. So instead of, honest to goodness, picking off the backs of 20 dimensionals here, I decided to use this tape. Let me bring the card base in, and you have one shot at this. This is extremely sticky tape, I promise. So we want to go, just hover, keep your fingers underneath it, hover over it, and get your points like on the bottom here where it's on the So Saffron, and the top should just about follow, and that's perfect. I love that. Just at a little bit of an angle. Just a very subtle, sweet card today. Right here is our cards for today. I will stockpile these this afternoon. I'll make a bunch of these. The only thing you need to do is change the sentiment. You can even change the color of the flower. You could have a beautiful birthday card. So let me just close those up. Thank you so much for joining me today on our first day of 2019. We made a very pretty card today. Isn't that beautiful? Thanks again for watching. Happy crafting and Happy New Year.